Starting off today's video, we are showing my crusty, still Christmas toenails. I've been rocking these since the last time that I did my toes, and it is insane the amount that they have grown out. I figured I would not trim them until I was ready to get them done because then my toenails were gonna look naked, and I have this ick with naked toenails. I don't know what it is, but I didn't want the white part to be completely gone off of my toes. I usually trim them every few weeks so that they're not super long, but again, that ick did not allow me to cut them or trim them down until I was ready. So starting off, I'm using my Efile. I have it at about 8,000 RPMs. I'm using it on a lower speed because I'm a little bit scared. Just because I'm doing my own toes, I feel like I don't have a good grasp of my Efile when I'm using it in this position. So I wanted to just be extra careful, so using it on a lower speed. And then as you guys can see, I'm using my dust collector from Kiara Sky. It is doing its job very, very well. I am obsessed with it so far. I feel like it just made my whole experience of doing my toes extra clean and just a lot more enjoyable. I hate getting dust everywhere, so definitely really liked it. So if you guys didn't remember, or if you'd never watched the video, or you're new to my channel, I used BB gel from Profile's Backstage on my toes. It is a strengthening builder gel in a bottle, so it is very, very nice to use, super easy to use as well, very flexible, and I think it's a perfect product to use on your toes if you're looking for a little bit of extra strength in them and just to add a little bit of more shape to your toenail. I definitely recommend it. I'm obsessed with it. So once I'm done removing the majority of the product and the design, I'm going in and just shaping them off with my hand file. And I'm also taking it on my big toe and kind of filing a little bit so that it doesn't get super thick. I do leave a lot of the product on there, so I'm essentially going to be doing like a fill with the BB gel, but I still don't want them to like get more and more bulky as I do fills on them, so I'm just making sure that I thin it out. Now I'm going in with my Efile once again at 4,000 RPMs this time. I'm going in with my mandrel bit and sanding band, both from Profile's Backstage, and I'm going in and just removing the shine, pushing back that cuticle area of my toes so that the product adheres properly and it lasts forever. I had zero lifting with the product throughout the entire month or two that I had them on, so definitely recommend it. I don't use primer or anything like that, so that's always a good thing as well to know. But just again, very quickly buffing that off. Next, I'm going to be going in with this diamond bit and cleaning up that cuticle area. I already pushed it back and removed the bulk of the dead skin, but this is going to help get into those hard to reach areas as the bit is extremely skinny, and you'll be able to fully remove that dead skin off of the nail plate as well. I went ahead and dusted off that excess just so that I can see better what I'm doing. I'm taking my cuticle ball bit and I'm just going to be going in, buffing off that dead skin from around my toes. My feet, for the most part, are in pretty damn good condition. I know a lot of people struggle with like calluses being grown and just really hard, thick skin around their toes and on the heels of their feet. I personally don't do pedicures on myself, like full-blown pedicures where I'm removing all that dead skin, because I just don't have that. My feet are super smooth, so this is just gonna help remove all that like harder cuticle dead skin without having to do too much work. Still at 4,000 RPMs, I'm doing this process. If you feel like it's not doing its job, add a little bit of pressure and up it to 5,000 RPMs, and that should do the trick. I'm going in with some Young Nail swipe and a lint-free wipe. We're going to be cleaning off pretty much my entire toe. I want to make sure that it is fully clean, dust-free, and it's going to help also dehydrate the nail so that everything adheres really good. Making sure that I get under my toenails as well, just for extra cleanliness. Now I'm going to be going in with this beautiful shade of pink. I haven't used this one on myself and I couldn't find the one that I originally used, but I figured it would be perfect for French tip nails. So I figured I would go ahead and use it. We're gonna be going straight in with a very thin coat of it on the entire surface of the nail. And I'm making sure that I'm pulling back my sidewall skin so that I can go in and really get into the entire surface of that nail so that I don't have any of my natural nail exposed. And then you can always flash cure in between. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the majority of my toenails. I think I cured my big toe, and then as I did the little ones, I just went in and did all of them. Super simple process. I absolutely love the color of it. The thickness of it is perfect and it's not hard to use. And again, like I mentioned, it helps to strengthen your nails if you have thin nails. Definitely recommend this even for a manicure. And of course, you can always add a second layer to it. I personally liked the shade of pink that it was, so I didn't want to make it more opaque by adding a second layer. And honestly speaking, I don't think that my toenails need that extra strength with a second coat, but definitely if you want a little bit more of a built up nail, definitely recommend to add that second coat. We're going straight into our nail art. I have been obsessed with the swirl type of designs. I feel like it's just such an elegant, simple look, so I figured I would go ahead and do it on my big toe. I'm pretty much just going with one swirl and then adding more as I go around the entire surface of the nail. And I'm kind of just eyeballing it. This is like the beauty of these type of designs. There is no right or wrong answer. You kind of just go in, do whatever your mind thinks is best, and it should come out beautifully. So for this process, I'm using my Not Polish nail art brush, and then I'm using a white gel paint from Profiles Backstage. They have been my go-to. And then for the rest of the toes, we're just gonna be doing a French tip. I feel like it has grown on me. I didn't like it at first. I felt super weird because I had never done it on myself, but this pink and the white just look so good. And again, super elegant, classy type of design. You can never go wrong with a clean look like this. So super simple, going in on that tip and then just rounding off that smile line. You can make it as deep as you want or as thin as you want. So I'm kind of going like a little bit of in between of a deep but a very thin type of design, just because my toenails are super tiny and you can only do so much with that small amount of surface. And I did go ahead and top coat. I think I forgot to record that process. So once I'm done with my top coat, I'm actually going back in with my hand file and just making sure all my shapes are super crisp. Adding some cuticle oil to my dusty, crusty toenails. And that pretty much concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a ton, and I'll see you guys next time.